Hey Kristen, this is Katelyn. First of all, I just can't get over how cute your family is. They are so cute. I love your children. And I love that you send so many pictures of them because, gosh, you're so lucky that you're good at photography because you don't have to spend all this money to have great pictures of your kids. You get to do it yourself. So lucky you. Well, first of all, I love this picture. It's like classic. And I think it's classic because in a way, I think it's classic because her eye isn't showing. I don't know. It just looks like a really epic Christmas shot. So thanks for sending it. I love it just as much as you do. I really like this picture, and I think looking at it, there are a few things I would change. One, so the line of the train really creates awesome composition, and so when you crop it in really tight, some of that is lost just a little bit. So, and maybe it's just me and my style, but when I crop, I would crop so that there's a little bit more direction like that. So I wouldn't maybe crop in such a square, or the 8 by 10 dimensions. I would crop. I just think this looks like a better composition, but then again, that's maybe just my personal style. So I'm actually going to edit this the way I would, and then we'll just compare. So the reason I'm bringing down the highlights a little bit is to make sure her hair and her side of her face isn't too bright. She is so cute. Okay. I would darken the shadows just a little bit and lighten the darks actually, so that this dark area and the dark area behind his head and in here doesn't get too heavy. So now I can do the contrast just a little bit and use the fill light. Let's see what else we can do. So I think that's probably how I would edit it, and it's probably very, very similar to what you have here. So let's take a look side by side. So the only thing that I did, and maybe you like more contrast, and that's totally okay. Maybe you took this into Photoshop too, because I think her face has been brightened, and their eyes have been tweaked a little bit, which is totally fine. But I just made sure that there wasn't a ton of dark shadows. So like when you're looking at where their hair meets their neck and right around here, some other places would be, underneath their necks, stuff like that. When you do a ton of contrast, sometimes you start to see these weird reflections, like the yellow pole is reflecting on his neck. And in my image, you don't see as much of that because I didn't use as much contrast. So that's something to think about. And as far as printing goes, you may print this at a certain printer and realize that, oh gosh, these darks are really dark. So I would just stay away from making the darks really heavy. And I just can't get over how cute she is. They're all cute, but she is just really cute. So anyway, the cropping is just personal preference. But when I look at this image, let me go back over here. Get out of this. Hold on. There we go. So when I look at this shot, my first thought is, oh, let's make it like this, because to me that looks more like a natural portrait. So the cropping, it's all a matter of preference. There aren't strict rules, about cropping, but when it comes to composition, cropping does affect that a lot. And so I just think that when you take off that top, there's negative space here and negative space there, and the line just kind of brings you to the subject. So that's just my 2 cents. I would lighten the darks a little bit and make sure the highlights aren't blurred out, and that would be all I would say for this one, except for you have an adorable family. So this image here, let's go over. Come on, computer. Oh, let me see what it's doing. Hold on. Well, I'm not sure what it's doing. I don't know why it's not showing those images. So let me go out, and I'll just zoom in this way. Okay, so looking at these, you mentioned a lot about their faces because of the red coat. To me, every color that you wear that's bright and very colorful is going to cause some type of reflection on their face. I don't think of it as an issue, like that they shouldn't wear these coats in their pictures. I think was worth it. I can see a little bit of what you mean right here, but it's really not that bad, in my opinion. And if you really wanted to tweak it, for some reason, it is not liking these images right here. You could use a little brush in Lightroom and just bump the saturation down just a little bit and just take out some of the color with a brush. That's what I do sometimes. It's really helpful, and it's a very natural way to get rid of that tone. There's nothing you can do about that except, I mean, if you wanted off-camera flash, that would get rid of that, but obviously you're not going to do that at a family outing. So I think for what you did, it's great, and I would have cropped it the exact same way. So we're on the same page there, and I think that's awesome. So I think this image is fine. I wouldn't worry about the reflection so much, just because that's something that happens to the best of us, and so I think it's fine. You could tweak it and get rid of it in Lightroom if you wanted to, but overall it's a great image. So here is what we have. I think you said this is the edited one. I really like this. What I noticed a little bit, well, first of all, the lines, the composition is awesome. If you wanted to make it a little bit more effective when it comes to composition, I would bring this in so that the line of the track is coming right to the edge of the image. It just makes more impact, because right when you look at this now, maybe we could pull it over just a tad. When you look at this now, it's like, bam, it like brings you right to the corner, right to the edge of the frame, and it brings you right to the subject. So that's some of the thing about, it's not a huge change, it's just a little cropping change. This also, to me, I lean more towards warm images, and so to me, I'd probably warm this up just a little bit, and maybe just even see if we can make the shadows a little bit warmer as well. And I think you did a great job. I think the editing's awesome. I wouldn't change anything about the curves. So let's look at what I did and see if we can notice a big adjustment. So we're going to reset this to that and look at both of them side by side. Come on, hold on. Okay, there we go. Nope, hold on. My Lightroom is acting crazy today. Let me try this again. So that's the one that I edited. We're going to make another copy. Sorry. Here we go. So that's the one you gave me. And this is the one that I tweaked a little bit. And I'm just wondering if, I don't know if you can see the difference there with the cropping in. Something else that I noticed when we cropped in is that we got rid of the tree, which was a little bit of a distraction. So if you want more focus on your cute boys, I would crop it in like that, because that would make a beautiful canvas. So I think that's great. I think it'd be really, how cute would it be to do a collage on your wall of like this one and that one and like different shots from that day. Just do a wall of, oh my gosh, that'd be so cute for Christmas. So I'm jealous because we don't have any kids, and so we just have pictures of us all over our walls, and we're ready for something else. So I think your pictures are gorgeous, and you really do a great job of editing and making your images pop. So these are just little tweaks that I would say to make them just a little bit better, but overall, really great stuff. I really love this one. So I hope this is helpful, and I really hope that you guys have a great Christmas. I'm sure I'll make another video before then, but anyway, thanks for sending them in, Kristen, sorry. And I look forward to looking at more next week. And if they happen to be your kids, I would love to see more pictures of your kids. So have a great weekend, and I'll get in touch next week. Bye.